Hello. Oh, the font's all wonky today. What the heck? Hello. Mango Man TV, Bothwell, Captain Skull, Ozzy, Parenta, Steelwind, Constel, Blazing Ninja, Chortle, Tobias, Oxy. Oh, what the? Caleb, hello. Chaps, thanks so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Zuo, Chenwei, thanks so much for the Twitch Prime sub. His band, thanks so much for the Twitch Prime sub. People Sad, thank you so much for the 3 months. Coop, thank you so much for the 2 months. Wooflex, thank you so much for the 3 months. Date night? What do you mean date night, Duis? You have a date tonight? Ooh, hope you... Oh, where did Luffy go? Hope your date goes well. Why are you crying, Luffy? Ooh, Soran, hello. We have Poner today too. Heno Vise, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Leo In, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Where are you going? You're falling off. Ah.
포너 기프티드 어티어일 섭 투수란 2202 대해 해무드 버출 기프트 섭주인 더 채널.
Oh, Poner, thank you so much for gifting Soran a sub. We on a virtual date right now? Oh, I see, Duis. Oh, ah. Oh, it's free. Ugh. Almost jumped on my coffee. Now I'm back to being Topra? Yeah, you're a Topra lover deep down, Soran. Admit it. Wilva, thank you so much for the 14 months. Poor Soran has to mod another month. What do you mean? I hate tactiles? That's what you want to come off as, Soran. It's okay to admit you like Topra. I like Topra too. It's okay to share the same taste as me, Soran. Just ordered the last parts needed for my build. I can't wait. Nice. Super Lube versus Permatex. I have not used Super Lube. I know a lot of people do. I've only used Permatex, so that's why I personally recommend it. But I know a lot of people do use Super Lube still. No, you have bad taste? Okay, Soran. Finally lube my alpacas? Nice. Spiezzi, thank you so much for the 2 months. Alright, we have another Polaris build. Thankfully, it's a different color. So we'll get to check out the gray color today. Jampot, hello. Tobias, EG, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Could you use WD-40 to lube stabs? No. Your Switch arrived yet? I don't think so. Let me check. No, it's not out. I have a feeling it won't come before the stream ends. Oh my goodness! Caleb, what are you doing? Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the tip. All aboard the scam track. All right, it's scam time. Where's Nami? Nami, show your face. You must. Where'd you go? She's so small. She's so small compared to Luffy. Where are you going? Where are you going? No. Stay calm today. No. Well, I tried. Drug Bucket, thank you so much for the 300 bits. Tins FN, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Echo Diner Omega, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Izuzo Wait, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Oh my goodness! Ham Kenobi. What are you doing? Thank you so much for the 5 gift. 5 gift subs, Ham Kenobi. Hope you're getting buff. I see you doing those push-ups on Instagram. I should do more push-ups. I've been getting kind of fat. Oh my. Blow J again? Holy crap, Blow J. Thank you so much for the support. Have a good stream. Thank you. Hopefully I can. I will. Because of you. Thank you. Shenanigan, thank you so much for the 10 months. Audrentis, thank you so much for the tier 2 sub for 2 months. How are you finding quarantine? Yo, I'm living the time of my life. Don't have to see anyone IRL. Stay at home. Getting fat. Working on what I want to work on. Yeah. Catching up on a lot of shows I haven't been seeing. Getting some time for myself. It's not too bad. I'm glad you're doing a Polaris build. I got mine, but I completely forget how to build keyboards. No worries, Mina. Oh, I should pull up the crap, where's the build guide that AI sent me? It's probably on his server, right? Polaris, is it pinned? Yes. Polaris build and care guide. Alright, I got it. Venomous Snake, thank you so much for the bits. The Coroneer, thank you so much for gifting a sub. Is there a link to what keyboard he's personally using? If you type in exclamation keyboard, it should show you what keyboard I'm using. Earth, hello. Metropolis versus Mizu? Mizu for me. New cam link? Oh, so I thought my cam link broke. It wasn't my cam link, but it was actually the cable. The connectors become kind of loose. As long as it's like angled properly, it still works. So I purchased another cable. Amazon is out of cam links. So if my cats break the cam link, I am screwed. I think a lot of people have been buying cam links to stream during the quarantine time, so let's just pray my cats don't destroy my cam link. Obsidian Raid, hello. Alright. Polaris number 2. Got some MX Zilents. Looks like we'll also be using C3 stabs again for this. As you can see, it's a gray case with a gold brass finish. And this client bought 2 PCBs and plates, but we're gonna build with the polycarbonate half, I believe. You should do a commission for Michael Reeves. I mean, I've offered many times. I've met him a couple times. I've said, if you ever need a keyboard, if you ever want to do a keyboard for content, whatever content he has in mind, I'm more than open. But I don't think a keyboard video is his priority right now. What knife is that? This is just off drop. It's from ProTech USA. I was sent this by drop. It's pretty nice. I'm not a knife expert, but works pretty well. It's got this button and it releases. It just drops. Commission for Pokimane Wayne. She is sponsored by HyperX. Did you see the Rama M58? I did. Did you watch the Jules type test? It was stocky. Did you guys not hear me playing it during the starting soon scene? I don't want to show it on stream because I don't want RamaWorks to copyright strike me. But yes, check out Rama's YouTube. The Jules, they have a physical prototype. You can see the man himself typing on it. Oh, I don't remember seeing this. This was not in the other Polaris we built. Thank you for your purchase. Okay, looks like they have a link. Building without the guide may lead to permanent damage. I wonder when we'll see the first like legal action taken against a keyboard designer. Ooh. For like getting sent a defective unit, or if the customer somehow breaks it during build and then they blame it on the designer. We'll see. 27 is probably going to be first for that then. All right, so we have seen all of this before. Okay, so these are the gaskets, screws, gaskets, spacers for stabilizers. I think that's it. Whoa, Plume Keyboards, thank you so much for the 3 months. How have your streams been? I need to stop by one day. I haven't been able to, it hasn't matched up with my schedule. And Blue Rabbit, thank you so much for this. What do you think of GMK Monokai? I think it looks fantastic. A7 Dash, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Alright, I'm excited for this gray case. I want to see what this gray looks like. They've been good, thanks for asking. Nice. Oh, we have Apiary today too. Hello, Apiary. I know Apiary streams are going fantastic. You guys should also check out Apiary. Tactiles. Oh, what a name. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. Is Kralbik gonna send you some of the Inver P switches? No, I have some.
애프터는 밤 나스 타이어 하트.
Yuxi, thank you so much for the 2 months. Are you gonna whisk some coffee today as well? No, not after yesterday. Ooh, so this is the gray color. How does this look? Front edge looks pretty clean. Side looks pretty clean too. Ooh, no mismatch. Looks pretty spot on in terms of the two halves being the same color. Ooh la la. Nice. Is it just me, or does this weight look a bit more yellow though? I don't know. It looks kind of too yellow-ish. Other than that, the gray looks nice. Okay, last 7 days of suffering. Zambuman, you know you're going to get gifted a sub. You will experience the same fate as Soran. Ludwig, was that coffee worth it? Did you see the final product? It is definitely worth it. I've had a lot of my viewers make it afterwards, and they also said would recommend. It's not good for your health. I know you're a buff guy, you work out, but If you ever want to treat yourself, you should try making it. You and your Miss Lady can try baking it together. It's not too hard to make either. I saw you suffer through Monkey Ball. Oh yeah, I saw you playing that yesterday too. I've never even seen that game until you started playing it. Ludwig knows some, like, I'm guessing it's an old game based off the graphics. What switches are we working with today? We are working with MX Zilents. These are a silent linear switch. I'm getting the quarantine 15. Yeah, they're very silent. Would love to treat myself, but us Brits are tightening our belts as we say. I can't build my first keyboard because of the virus. Oh no. Polaris or thermal? Ooh. Ooh, look at this plate. Half poly plate. They're different price points, so I don't know if it's entirely fair. Compare those two. Thermal retail price, minimum spec was what, 360? Thermal, yeah, it looks like it was 360 for the hot swap. Aesthetically, I like the look of the thermal better though. Yeah, thermal looks really nice in person. I was fortunate enough to be able to play around with the prototype. It was very nice. Acoustics, the thermal almost sounded like it had a subwoofer built in. It was very bassy, I liked it. Alright, let's test this PCB out. Let's go through the guide that AI sent us again. Before we begin, right. Yeah, finally building a half plate? What do you mean? This is the first Polaris with a half plate. I've built Polaris. I mean, I've built half plates before. Whoa, is that the Kevin Plus? Do we have the Kevin Plus that has his name written on this box? Hello, Kevin. All right, let's go through and see if this PCB works. What website do you use for a typing test? I use 10 Fast Fingers. Oh, I need to check what layout we're going today for this. Win keyless, split backspace and split right shift? Oh, this is gonna be a fast stream. Wait. Oh, I'm not on the program. We only have to do 2 stabs today. Left shift and space bar. Are TX springs considered to be an upgrade to Zelio springs found in Zelio switches? I would say so, yes. Zelio springs are known to be very noisy. TX springs also feel different. Something about TX springs, they kind of have a soft, cushiony bottom out. Some people might not like it, but for the most part, I think people have found TX springs to be better. Is there no enter? Oh crap, I forgot about enter. Let's just split enter. DNG MSH, thank you so much for the 2 months. Every time I look at those keycaps, I feel the urge to buy them. They look so good. These keycaps? You can't buy these keycaps. Fiji CZ, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. I am MGO, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. TX springs feel like pillows. Yeah, it has a something about the final stretch of the bottom out. It feels different. But it's nice. I like it. I like TX springs. Okay, there's probably FN key. I'm going win keyless. Yeah, it looks like all the keys work. Okay, what did AI say next? Okay, that's it. We have to install the gaskets before, but that's no worry. Let's work on the stabs first. I can hear birds in the background. How early is it? Wait, what does this say? It is currently 10:30 for me. Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. Can you buy the Polaris anywhere at the moment? Oh my goodness, I almost thought we had Elon Musk in chat. No, you cannot buy the Polaris anywhere currently. If these work for the stabs, could you use these instead? Okay, yeah, I definitely can. So I won't be needing these. So win keyless build. Don't need the 6U stab. Where can I buy Rama keyboards? From Rama's website? What kind of question is that? Have you considered checking out Rama's website before asking a... just to confirm the layout. Oh crap. Wait, what the heck did I press? Okay, there you go. Okay, this is correct. Freaky Dan, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Hanson Oppa, thank you so much for the 4 months. Greg Very, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Alright. Left shift, spacebar, enter, left shift, spacebar, enter. What is the weird stain above your arrow keys? Oh, it's not a stain. It's an engraving. It just, depending on the lighting, it looks like a stain or not. I'm preparing the stabs a day ahead of the stream, unlike you. Cool, Soran. I'm just kidding. Hey, people like it when I lube stabs on stream, okay? Did you know I received a couple complaints? I have received, when the Tfue video went out, I received a couple complaints saying, I don't like how you skip the stabs. I don't like this condensed version. And I was like, huh, okay. They were like, how dare you shortcut to the process of building a keyboard. Stop making up stories. I'm not making up stories. Cecily, thank you so much for the $5. Which keycaps would you personally go for on an ultramarine Fiel? Also, favorite tactile switch. Love what you do. The ultramarine, hard to say. It's like it's a funky color. Not in a bad way, but I don't think there's a keycap set that matches it perfectly currently. See, not entirely sure. Favorite tactiles? I have a command for it. Exclamation favorite tactiles. I only tune in for the stats. Cackle Fruit, thank you so much for the 3 months. Welcome back. I just bought an ultramarine feel for my wife. Oh, also, I saw. Well, how do I say this without doxing? I think that's okay. I saw. Hopefully the baby is healthy. Gentle Giant. I saw posts on Facebook. Yeah, ultramarine. I did build one before, and they put on. I forgot what keycaps that they put on. That one didn't look too bad. But yeah, hard to say what keycap set would go well with ultramarine. He's huge. Oh wow. Hype's Love Shack, thank you so much for the tip. Do you prefer those stabs to Zeal stabs? I actually don't like C3 stabs all that much. They're kind of a pain to install. I would much rather deal with Zeal stabs or Durox stabs. I mean, these are cheap though. Zeal stabs are pretty expensive. Durox stabs, probably the way to go right now. Do I buy GMK Taro or not? Yes, you should. The renders of Taro don't do it justice. And when you see Taro, you're gonna regret not joining it. When you see Taro in person, you're gonna have major regrets not joining in. Because the purple, the way the purple looks in person, it's so much nicer than the way it looks in the renders. And I am speaking from personal experience. I skipped on round 1 because I thought the renders looked pretty mediocre. And then Taro shipped out and I saw it in person and I was like, holy crap, this looks so good. Don't listen to him, he's just saying that because Novel Keys forced him? Okay, Wesley. The render purple looks kind of dope, IMO? No, it doesn't do it justice. Taro is a set you just have to see in person. Hype Love Shack, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. What's your parents' and your sister's favorite GMK set? What? What? I don't know. I have not shown them my entire collection of GMK sets, and they don't care too much for the GMK sets I own. J Quan Killa, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Wow, it sounds like your family doesn't really care about your career that much. They care, but they don't care. Like, they want me to succeed. But they couldn't care less about the keyboards I build. They've played around with some of the keyboards and they're like, oh, okay, it's nice. But I've said many times on stream, my mom preferred her membrane keyboard over some of the keyboards I've shown her. My dad also wants a full size So he doesn't like any of the keyboards I have. Which is why he used my Real Force 104 High Pro for a bit, because that's the only full-size keyboard I have. Cheese Lover, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Wait, why are people saying F? My stream is fine. You guys trolling me? You still have that 104? Yeah, I do, Caleb. It's sad when you can't convince people to move away from full-size boards. Well, no, my dad has a legitimate reason. He works in a finance-related business. So like he's constantly on the numpad. Like I've told him you could just get a, you know, separate numpad and use one of my smaller keyboards. He's like, no, I'm constantly crunching numbers. If people need numpad, let them have their numpad. Jules is gonna be my first non-full size. Nice. Whoa, we have been. A random Zeal appears. Thank you so much for the 11 months. $5 Zeal subsidy during COVID-19. Ask Honeybush to make your dad a custom HPCP. All right. I would love to give my dad a custom HPCP. But that's expensive. Getting a one-off from Mr. Honeybush or from anyone in general. It's not cheap. I don't know, numpads are pretty useful. I'm down. Well, I mean, you might be down, honey, but the payment. You should build your dad the Floodgate keyboard. Any Xeno available? What do you mean? I built one, Poner. Disown your mom, say no rubber dome in this household. Well, no, there are no rubber domes in the household. I have successfully eradicated rubber domes from my house, but my mom still misses it. She currently uses my drop control. Reason being, it has RGB. She doesn't know how to touch type, and she was like, "Oh, I can finally type in the dark now." I was like, "Okay, fine. You can have this RGB keyboard." Let her use your Q? No, she needs the RGB. Fire Phantom, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Reap, thank you so much for the 2 months. Mobius Doppelganger, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Just learned you did modeling work with Revolve NY? Are you trolling me, Jack Static? Chat, this is me. That's my future merch being leaked right there. Can't show it off for too long. Hope your wallets are prepared for when my merch drops. Alex ACKD, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Taeha X Momoland? What do you mean? I am part of Momoland. I am a member of Momoland. Why do you guys think I have Monday off? It's because I gotta go practice with my group. Oh! That's right, get away. Among Chung, hello. Alright, last stab. Even before cat peed on keyboard? I've only had so Nami's never peed outside of her litter box. Luffy did pee once when he was a kitten, but no more. Yeah, they have yet to poop or pee outside of the litter box. And they're pretty young, so I'm guessing it only gets better as they get older, right? Stimulus build past the house? Ooh. Twas chill, bro. Thank you so much for the 2 months. I'm gonna get some Taeha undies to impress the ladies. Okay. Do you have a kitty litter box in the room? I do. There's my litter box. It's a pretty big box. Can fit them both if they need to go together. Don't you get annoyed by the smell of cats? So I have transitioned my cats entirely to raw food. And if you feed them raw food, their poop actually does not, it hardly smells. Yeah, depending on what you feed your cats, their poop can smell atrocious. Like if you feed them just the standard kibble and wet food, their poop's gonna no, even wet food reduces the smell of their poop quite a bit. But yeah, if you just feed them kibble, most likely their poop smells bad. Only rich people can afford raw. No, Caleb, it's actually cheaper. So my sister's been doing a lot of research. It's actually cheaper for me to feed them raw food. I spent $25 total combined for 2 cats last month for raw food. Not a bad deal. Doesn't wet food make them smell really bad from their mouths? Yeah, wet food and kibble, it does give them a smelly breath. Raw food reduces all of that. Do you buy lots or organ meats? Yeah, so I mix chicken with liver and a little bit of pork. Pork's kind of expensive, so mostly chicken and liver, because a lot of like American butchers or meat stores, they don't really like do stuff with the intestines, so liver is pretty cheap to get, I think. But just the raw protein itself isn't enough nutrients for the cats, so we did buy some supplements. I forget which ones we bought. But yeah, we just mix it in with a bunch of supplements, and then we feed the cats. You can get organ meats for cheap, yeah. Hirora, thank you so much for the 2 months. Okay, taking notes. Yeah, if you guys have cats, raw food is actually cheaper. There will be an initial cost because you have to purchase. They don't sell the supplements in like small amounts. You literally buy like a tub of like powder of supplements. But once it gets amortized, it gets pretty cheap real quick. And cats eat more when they're younger, I think. Well, they eat more frequently. I'm currently feeding them 3 meals a day. I think when they get older, they eat 2 bigger meals. Ooh, Dixie Mech, hello. Laser Ninja here. Ooh, hello, Laser Ninja. Amortized lol, is this finance 101? I'm just saying, like, you get a giant tub, but that's gonna last me at least a year, I think. Can we see you feeding the cats? I do feed the cats quite often on stream. Well, I actually only feed them during EU-friendly streams. Gonna pass me up. Dixie came in here yesterday, specifically Obsidian Raid, saying I needed to be the #1 spot. And he just dropped. Gifted subs. Oh my goodness, Among Chung, thank you so much for the 1500 bits. What the heck? How is your tub of lube? Is it past halfway? I am almost done with my first jar of lube, but I have a second jar ready to go once I run out. Kevin Police, thank you so much for the 400 bits. Hello, how are you doing? Alright, I think these screws are working. Whatever this client sent me. Gonna spend that 1200 government payment on your new key cult? Hell yeah! Did you see that number 265? Or should I buy a dank custom knife? Oh. Is it 1200 for taxpayers only? I think it's for tax-paying citizens. I think I saw immigrants don't count. I think it's only for citizens, right? I could be wrong. Taxpayers only. Oh, I see. Well, I am a tax-paying citizen. Immigrants can get it. Oh, I see. It is for citizens who filed a tax return for 2019. 2019? I thought it was based off your 2018 tax return. They changed it to 2019? Oh, 2018 or 2019. I see. Okay, that's done. Let us now test these stabs. $2019 tax isn't due yet? Well, it's due by April 15th, I thought. Pretty soon. Why do you test the stabs without the foam? The foam, you don't really need the foam to test stabs. Oh, right, they did extend the tax date, I forget. Yeah, I forgot. I completely forgot. I did my taxes early, so. You pay taxes? Yeah, Caleb, I have. Every year now, for the rest of my life, I will owe taxes. Unless I overpay if I do like quarterly taxes, but all my payments are essentially, my income are 1099s from the platforms that I'm on, and they don't withhold anything, so yeah. Gotta make sure I don't spend all that money I earn because, yeah, I mean, I didn't make a whole bunch last year, but if I do make a lot, I'll do quarterly. I mean, it ends up being the same. I also don't make enough for like I'm required to send a quarterly either, so I think once you make a certain amount, you're actually required to do quarterlies, right? All right, where are my keycaps to test this with? They'll fine you if you have a big tax bill. Oh, really? Oh, really? Yeah, I also didn't make bunch last year because I had a lot of business expenses. I had hella business expense. But even despite all that business expense, I still owe the government money. Feels bad. All right. Ooh, quiet. All right, no rattle there. Ooh, no rattle everywhere. All right, we can continue with the build. Kuma Dog, thank you so much for the 3 months. Oh no, I think my 65 wire is bent. Soran, that's what you get for prepping your stabs a day in advance. The stab gods have bestowed bad luck, bad juju vibes against you. You can expense keyboards and cameras? Yeah, I did. I mean, I expensed my camera gear. I think that was probably my biggest. My camera gear and office setup were my biggest expenses last year. Okay, we will need to apply the gaskets. Let's do that before we solder. Anything keyboard related is an expense? Yeah. I can expense all my GMK keycap set purchases, all my keyboard purchases. You could expense everything. What streaming equipment are you using right now? I'm using 2 Sony cameras right now, Caleb. What about the cats? Well, my dad is he's in the let's say, no, never mind. IRS is watching? Yeah, never mind, no comment. I have heard I can expense the clothes I buy too. Not that I buy much clothes anymore, but like because streaming is my job, it can be considered brand image if I use it solely for the purpose of the business. Which I don't know how I'll prove because I'm a live streamer. But live streaming is a lifestyle, so I guess I could wear it for life. I don't know. Jack 5K, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Clothes are an expense? Yeah, I mean, not that I buy a lot of clothes. I am fortunate enough where I've had companies sending me clothes last year, so I didn't go shopping all that much. But in the future, if I do buy clothes, oof, live streaming is a lifestyle. As soon as you stop the stream, you have to take off the clothes. Does Ronan send you things as well? No, I wish. Ooh, these gaskets are looking pretty cool on this poly plate though. Start eating on stream so you can expense that? Doesn't really add up to a whole bunch, I think. I only really have reason to eat during EU streams for lunch. Food is only 50%? That's right, yeah. I believe also in America, you can't expense the whole meal. You only get 50%. At least for... Yeah, I think so, I believe. Are mukbangs all business expensed? I believe you can, yes. But I'm not a mukbang streamer. It's not like I buy food all the time. Are you gonna tape this PCB slit? I don't know. The client hasn't asked me to. The other Polaris we built sounded very nice without even taping the slit. I'm going to guess not. I mean, this person's building with a half plate. I want to see what this Polaris feels like with a half plate with a slit in the PCB. This is gonna be a very comfortable, bouncy typing experience if I had to guess. Well, actually, depends on if we'll see if this foam prevents it from being all that bouncy. All right. I lied. I do have to take off the plate. This bottom edge, kind of annoying with the plate getting in the way. Which one do you prefer? What do you mean, Rejazz? Your foot pedals are sick? Thank you. Why are none of my chats going through? I can see yours, Daniel. Oh no, this is not straight. Which clicky switches? I have a command, exclamation best clickies. Have you ever dumped your coffee on a keyboard? I have not. Oh, the nice thing about this polycarb plate, you can see where you taped on the other side, so you can just align it and it covers it up pretty nice. What was your occupation before streaming? Did you enjoy it? I was a software engineer.
Yeah.
I did enjoy it. Juan and Amelie, hello. Oh man, chat is active. Is this foam for noise dampening purposes? I suppose you could call it that, yes. The idea is that you don't want this plate touching any part of the case, and you're isolating it from the case, the metal case, and suspending it on these rubber strips. Why is stream so full today? Might be just because it's a Friday. So a lot of people don't work on Fridays, so. Do you know if it's possible to order a replacement PCB for a Duck TCV3? You would have to ask. I'm guessing you're in the United States. You probably have to ask Elton if he has extras. But hardly anybody's even working now. Didn't even realize it was Friday. It's because you're blowing up. No, I'm not blowing up. I don't have what it takes to blow up. Are you God in keyboard? No, I am pleb. I am mortal. I am human. Taeha is part of the problem. Does each plate come with a set of foam? I would have thought the... Oh, yes. You're supposed to put it on the case if you have multiple plates. All right. Let us start installing the switches. The switches are here. Are there blocked keywords on the chat? Yes, some keywords are blocked. Are you asking an overly offensive or racist question? Get 2 birds stoned. What? Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. It's JD, thank you so much for the 2 months. Luke 3, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Immortal Razor, thank you so much for the 2 months. ISO, oh, is ISO blocked? Oh, that is definitely the doing of my mods. Wait, I can see it. I see ISO in chat. Maybe it's unblocked. As it should be. That is true. The mods who did this are the EU mods. So I think we have valid claim there. Pates mod, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Can you unsubscribe me? Wait, Zombumon, can't you unsubscribe yourself? EU mods, LMAO, imagine being them. Just me, or is he forgetting the middle layer foam? You are 100% right. I am forgetting the middle layer foam. Gosh dang it. Can I? No. Oh my goodness. Dang it. Completely forgot about the middle layer foam. Time to undo this. I believe it goes on like this, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that looks right. Oh yeah, for sure, okay. Goes on like this. You're getting a Switch? Yeah, I bought one, Caleb. It is arriving today, supposedly, if there are no delays. Your thoughts on using heat treat on stabs? RamaWorks has a YouTube video showing this. I have never tried it. Cannot speak much on it, since I've never tried it. Get on that Animal Crossing grind? Yeah. I don't know, I'm not much of a console person, but everyone started playing Animal Crossing and I got a lot of FOMO. And I feel like as a live streamer now, I need to branch outside of the games I like. To network, you know, I gotta network with other streamers. All the other gamer streamers. They all play Switch games. And I'm like, fine, I'll play Switch too. Can you expense the Switch? Yes. I will 100% expense the Switch. It's for stream purposes. Play Mario Kart with me? Ooh. Yeah, I should probably purchase Mario Kart too. Oh no. Are these switch pins not thick enough? Ah. Alright. Guess we might have a long stream. We're gonna need to straighten all the alphas. My name is The Royal. Thank you so much for the 4 months. Cartoon, hello. Is soldering or hot swap better? Neither is better. Depends on your needs. EU West server on League is dead? Yeah, there's your problem right there. Playing EU West. NA only. Oh, wait. It's time for Warzone? I should try it out, huh? No one plays Warzone now. It's all about Animal Crossing. Oh, we have Mike here. You still play Warzone, Mike? What? I thought we were supposed to play together. TFTI. Man, all my sponsors, they'd say, let's play. Never play with me. Keycap's been asking me to game with them too. Too busy being successful. Buying a CNC machine and learning how to use it. Never want to game with me anymore. You need to watch the Korean TFT mobile ad. I have seen it. It's pretty catchy. Let's play this weekend? Alright, Mike. You might rage out of your mind playing with me though. That was a thonky CNC machine. I'd game. Ooh. Dixie actually has never asked me, let's game. Dixie is also too busy being successful. All right. Oh man, this is just okay. I am going to solder some switches down first because this plate does not stay in place. I need to hold it down. How do you clean your desk mats? You put them in the washing machine, sorry. Found you from that Verge video. Love what you're doing, dude. Rad stuff. Thank you, Nick Cosmic. Why are you talking about Dixie? Mike's right here in Willing. Oh no, yeah, I've been talking to Mike. Where's that fuzz stained desk mat? I threw that away. Actually, it's probably just smarter to solder the whole plate switches first. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll do the plateless switches. Project Q, thank you so much for the tip. Could it be that this will be a very quiet keyboard? This will be very quiet, Project QX. You're going to die from the fumes? Too late. I have inhaled too much fumes building keyboards every day. Hold on. Hold on. It is time for sponsor time. The first sponsor of Taeha Types is Dixie Mech. Head on over to dixiemech.com/Taeha Types. GMK Botanical still live. If you are interested in a succulent themed keycap set, go check it out. You can also purchase pelican cases, desk mats, like this exact one that I'm using. I have a discount code with Dixie as well. Using code SWEET-TAE at checkout saves you 5% off in-stock items. My ad block not working. The next sponsor we have is KBD fans. Head on over to kbdfans.com. They are the guys who handle the distribution of this Polaris and everyone else's Polaris. They've got tons of great bang for buck products on their website, and it's the place I recommend a lot of beginners to start from. They're on the relatively cheaper side for the hobby, but still got some pretty decent products. Next we have Keycult. Head on over to keycult.com. They make high-end premium keyboard kits. Be sure to sign up for their newsletter to be notified of when they go live next with their next sale. Are you guys hopefully you guys are excited for their number 265 and the number 3. Have they? No, I won't say anything. Next sponsor we have is Kono. Head on over to kono.store. They've got tons of keycap sets. You can currently join the group by 4. Also purchase switches and keyboards like their Cura 96, a hot swap 96 key layout keyboard. Next we have Novel Keys. Head on over to novelkeys.xyz. They also have group buys running. GMK Taro, I've already spoken many times about it today on stream. Go join it. Is today the last day, Mike? I think I saw yesterday something about tomorrow's the last day. You need to update me, Mike, so I could post about it. I think today's the last day for Taro. Taro and sale. Today's the last day. Go check it out. You don't want to miss out on them. You can also purchase GMK RGB add-on kit designed by Mr. Honeybush himself, who is in chat, or was. You can purchase Taeha type stickers, tons of switches. I also have a discount code with Novel Keys. Using code Taeha Keys at checkout saves you 5% off your in-stock items. Next we have Prime Keyboards. Head on over to primekb.com. You can still purchase silent alpacas. Pick up components for your PCB if you are missing some. DSA keycap sets. And nice custom tray mount. Somewhat on the affordable side. Kits like the Duck Sidewinder and Duck Raven. If you guys missed out on the feel yesterday, Duck keyboards also very nice for tray mounts. Next we have switchmod.net/Taeha types. That's where I get all of my lubes from. Using my affiliate link saves you 4% off your lube purchases. I use Krytox 205 grade 0 for my stabilizers. And I highly recommend all of SwitchMod lubes for switch lubing. And last but not least, we have zeopc.net/Taeha types, where you can pick up some fancy boutique switches. Telios, very smooth. Zelios, very tactile. They've also got tons of silent switch options, linear and tactile, and a clicky switch coming who knows when. I hopefully will be receiving samples whenever they are done. But yeah, check out zeopc.net/Taeha types. And what? Okay. Everything has been soldered. Nice. Is designing a GMK set hard? Is it hard? That's a good question. I think it's hard to design a set that 250 people, that another 249 people also like. It's easy to design a keycap set for yourself if you're the only person who likes it. But to get 249 other people to agree with you, 249 minimum, to agree with you to get it produced, that's a different story. Because if you can't get enough people to join in on your idea of a keycap, it won't get made. At least not through GMK. Maybe you could pay other keycap manufacturers to make you a one-off keycap set, but well, I guess you could also technically throw money at GMK too. But yeah. What about Handerbite? Handerbite is a fantastic set, Dross. Have there been many sets that didn't hit MOQ? In the past, yes. And even nowadays, I think there have been a couple recently. I mean, not a ton. Yeah. I mean, GMK keycap set designing and marketing has gotten to a point where it's mostly handled by vendors now. And hopefully by the time a vendor picks it up, it's a pretty matured idea in terms of design and compatibility. So yeah, with the help of vendors, it's if you design a set that fails GMK nowadays, you have achieved something. Sparta and Forge both didn't make it. There we go. I think MOQ now isn't that hard. No, I mean, Mike just stated 2 keycap sets that didn't make it. But yeah, it's definitely rarer than it was earlier. I mean, even 2 years ago, there were a lot of sets that didn't make it. GMK Olivia round 1, I think only hit MOQ because Novel Keys bought out extras. My personal Mr. Sleeves add-on kit, oh, it was far from MOQ. It only got produced because Mike purchased all the extras too. Yeah. Tons of sets don't make it. But nowadays, it also helps that vendors are willing to buy up extras. I remember. I love my Olivia, same. All right. Yeah. How to... Ah, crap, I need the fan again. Any way to fix chatter without replacing the switch? No way, unfortunately. Unless your keyboard supports switch top removal, but I would bet it doesn't. I'm guessing you're using a pre-built keyboard. Didn't this board sell a shit ton of volume? Why is the resell almost double on Mech Market? Yes, it did sell a lot, but that many more people want it after the fact. What can you say? Can't predict that. Okay, I need this a little closer. Do you think there will be another run for the Polaris? I'm not sure. This project was a big pain point for AIO3. I cannot speak for him. I don't know the answer. AIO3 pretty much took no profit on this keyboard, so he would have to be a big altruist to run this board again. Maybe if he reruns it, he would raise the price. But will it have the same appeal if the price is raised? I don't know. One of the very compelling points people joined in on this keyboard was the fact that it was very affordable. And people are wanting it after the fact because now that physical units are in people's hands, they're realizing it's a very nice quality board, especially considering the price. But that price was achieved because AIO3 sold his soul. Vega is next. It's just a 65% Polaris. That is true, yes. AI also has other projects that he's focusing on. Keycult Commission number 260. What? Shotes McGoats, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Oos Goose, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. You should check out GMK Sumi desk mats. I already have. What do you think of the ID80 keyboard? Or if you haven't tried it, what do you think of integrated plates? I have not tried out the ID80. I have said many times, I do not like integrated plates. It is too stiff for my typing tastes. What do you think of the Dixie Bauer Victory Price? I was anticipating it to be high. I assumed it was gonna break 1,000, but I didn't think it would break. I didn't think it would hit 1,500. Yeah. Kangpa, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub, and Joey R6, thank you so much for the 11 months. Yes, in case you guys haven't heard, the Bauer Victory Price final price was 1,500. The selling price was 1,500. Own a Bean, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. What's the best place to buy a switch tester? Novel Keys and KBD fans both have their own. Highly recommend either of them. What are your thoughts on O-rings? I do not like them. Will there ever be a second version of the Keycult Commission? What? What are you trying to say? Will there be a second version of the Keycult Commission? I don't know what you are saying or asking. What kind of keyboard do you recommend a beginner to build? I suggest beginners start off with a cheap build. So anything off KBD fans, or maybe even KP Republic. What? Holy Mike, thank you so much for the 20 gifted subs. Holy crap. Dixie, spot number 3. Obsidian Raid, spot number 1. Oh my goodness. Alright, this makes up for not playing Warzone with me. Oh no, these last few switches got shifted. Dodged it? Yeah, if you guys got gifted a sub by Mike, be sure to say thank you. BT Aesthetics Pog? Oh, is Brandon Taylor in chat right now? I didn't see him chatting all day. Oh, also, Mike, when can we, or when can I no, never mind. I'll just DM you later. Well, I'll DM you right now. Is your favorite clothing brand Ronin? Oh, wait. I wouldn't say they're my all-time favorite, but they're definitely up there. I like the earbuds you're playing League with a couple nights ago. Do you mind sharing what brand they are? Yeah, if you type in exclamation IEMs or headphones, it should link you, but they are from Ultimate Ears. All right, I finished soldering the PCB mount switches. Okay, so we're probably going to need to straighten these. Oh wow, I was sent a ton of extras. Ooh! Okay, I wasn't expecting to leak today, but I have been given permission to leak. You guys ready for a leak, chat? I mean, it just came to mind because someone asked about what beginner keyboard to start with. There will be an NK65 restock, hopefully mid to late April. Well, it's a restock, but it's also a V2. So that's going to be another great budget option. That's going to be good for a lot of beginners. So there's that. And there will also be a special variant coming out for the V2 as well. Different material, different production. I believe it might be injection molded, an entire case. So there's some leaks for you. I would love to show you guys the pictures, but I can't. But I have been told I can leak. All I'll say is it's injection molded. No details on the material. What a shame. He leaked the pic in Top Clack yesterday? Oh, did he? Dang it. Come on, Mike. Where's my caps lock? Stepped caps. Are split keyboards a nice option to consider? I think so. In terms of ergonomics, I absolutely love split keyboards. My only gripe with split keyboards, most of them tend to look ugly. And as much as I love the ergonomics of split keyboards, I also care a lot about aesthetics. Maybe too much about aesthetics to a fault. So that's why I don't use a lot of split keyboards personally. But yeah, in terms of typing, I absolutely love split keyboards. Okay. All right. Is there a good 96 key keyboard that is currently available? Yeah, the Kira 96. Oh, that's a wide gap for some reason. Okay, caps lock looks straight. This left shift is not on properly. Left shift slightly off. Your IEMs cost 2.3K? Something like that, yeah. Didn't purchase it. I was gifted it. Alright, left shift. That looks, oh, it's still off. Okay. That sound pretty good? Yeah, I mean, it's a silent switch. Whoa, Sleepy, hello. Wait, what is my cat doing? All right. Does solder smell bad? I would say so. Definitely not a great smell. Holy, this enter key. Oh, it's actually straight. Okay, right shift, definitely crooked. All right. Stabs are straight. What keycap set to put on this chat? What do we have in mind? Keycap set. A pretty one. Hander bite? Can't use hander bite. It's already on a different keyboard. Oblivion? Could do Oblivion. GMK dots? I don't have my dots yet. Still in transit. CRP? Could do CRP. No, well, no CRP. We need to straighten out the alphas most likely, so shouldn't be using a PDT set for that. Let's stick to GMK today. You got any DCS sets? I don't. Anyone know what his testing keycaps were? These are GMK Hyperfuse. Do you have a count of how many keyboards you've assembled? I do not. At least 9. Huh. Should we try Olive? Ooh, Alba, hello. Very nice. Yeah, I like this keycap set a lot. It's called GMK Olive. And it is themed after olives. What, Nami? Did the client not pick a keycap set? Nope. I don't require the clients to ship keycaps. It's not mandatory unless you use an exotic layout that I don't have compatibility for. Do you send the keycaps with the board? No. This is just my personal keycap set that I'm putting on for the sake of showing off the keyboard. Mod colored pipe? I don't. Should we? Oh, wait, you're right. This is. Did I split backspace? Do we do mod colored pipe? Mod colored pipe, yes or no? Don't you dare do mod colored pipe. Ooh. Do I risk my sponsorship? For giving what the people wants? Ooh, Wilbur saying no. Alex saying no. Looks like my mod team is saying no too. But chat wants yes. The streamer dilemma. I mean, I could do backspace. I could. Do I? Do we have more 1.5U mods? We don't. Let's talk about this. I'm not a fan of 1.5U backspace TBH. Are you picking up the Jelly Palm group buy? I'm not sure. Maybe. I haven't researched enough. Are those palm keycaps thick? How thick are those palms? Are they as thick as OG palm keys? If not, I am not interested. What to put here? Let's just do this. And then put another olive on the other side. How about that? Think 1.2 didn't look as thick as GMK. We'll see. I mean, I guess I should try it out. But thin palm is whatever to me. Palm is much better when it's thick. I got too far down the rabbit hole. Now I want to try building my own keyboard, but I need an ISO layout. This stuff is too addicting. Wait, Alba, do you live in a country that uses ISO? Sorry, but where's the backspace? There is no backspace. This is a keyboard that you cannot make a mistake on. You cannot backtrack on this. I live in the US, but I came from Europe, so I'm too used to the ISO layout. No, Alba! That's actually the worst. If you live in Europe, it's understandable. But you live in the States now. There are keyboards that provide ISO compatibility. They are dying out though. It's dying out. So you could try checking on. It also depends on your budget. If you're okay with starting off with something not too expensive, KBD fans, keyboards support the ISO layout. If you're looking for some nicer customs, you might have a harder time. Okay, oh my goodness, this is not gonna be fun. This is this is crooked all over the place. Where to start? Alright, let's go with the numero. Let's go row by row. 1, 2. How is 3 off? 3 had a plate on it. I guess this poly plate doesn't do much for straightness. Okay. Other than the 3, looks good.
I built my Polaris over the weekend but messed up my space bar step so now my
My
주신
goodness.
keep clicks when I press space. Feels bad.
Chris IRL, thank you so much for the 7 months. I built my Polaris over the weekend but messed up my spacebar step, so now my juicy new key clicks when I press space, feels bad. Toffer McKee, thank you so much for the 7 months. Alright, Q is now straightened. W slightly off. E. Oh, what the heck happened to this E? What? Holy, why is this E so crooked? Is it the R? Hold on. Ah, it was the R. Okay, now both are still crooked. Kill me. QWE. E is right there. Make all the other keys crooked so they match. Wait, now W looks off to me. What? No, E is still crooked. Half plate problem? Well, it wouldn't be this bad of an issue if the PCB mount pins and the cutout on the PCB matched where it fell. But these Zeal housings were a bit too skinny for the PCB. W's crooked now. This is why I'm never building with a half plate. I mean, it's not the worst. I built this with a half plate. It was nowhere near as bad. You should sell merch like sweaters. I am working on merch, Asian boy. All right, QWER. Oh, T is so crooked. All right, T looks fixed. QWERT. Hold this I. Can't even tell. eye is still so ever so slightly not straight. Not me, don't get too close. You bored, Nami? UI. Still not perfect, this eye. Did Mike leave yet? Maybe. I think so. Who would want to watch me straightening switches? This is not a fun part of the stream to watch. Okay, UIOP. Left bracket slightly crooked. Need to know where my competition is. Alright, left bracket now straight. My OCD is kicking in. Alright, top row looking better. It's not perfect. I'll have to do some micro adjustments later. Alright, let's. Holy moly. This A and S, so crooked. Look at this. They're touching each other. Oh, there we go. Maybe the keycap wasn't all the way. Alright, AS D. Stash builds boards. Thank you so much for the host. ASDFGH. Oh, J looking slightly. No, J actually looks. It's the H. Which key set is that? These are. This is the GMK Olive keycap set.
서브 스위트 TH OCCS.
JKL. Alright, middle row, much better than the top. This bottom row, though. Okay, Z. X. Oh my goodness, this X is so off. What is up with that Z? Is it the Z? Zane, thank you so much for the 10 months. Ooh, Grace, hello, hello. Lovely top view of your head. Sorry. I'm trying to straighten these out. Can't do it in an angle that's easily viewable by stream. Okay, ZXC, VBNM. Bottom row, other than those two, not too bad looking. Alright. This top row, still not perfect. The Y key. Ah, that looks better. The U key. Why is there such a big gap there? UIOP. Okay. Looking much straighter now. Order some Thai food and they forgot my Thai iced tea? Oh no! You should give them a call. Alright. Let's see if I forgot to solder any switches. So this key does not do anything. Maybe the function key is not programmed in. Yeah, I'm going to guess this is just not programmed in. It's definitely soldered. Yeah, I'll have to reprogram this and make it VIA compatible as well. All right. What? Okay, that works. It wasn't on mine either? Okay. Yeah, it's probably just an old, it's whatever layout Mr. AI uses that got programmed in. All right, so we can assemble this. Nice. Okay, so this is where we need to open apart the case. Don't need all of this. Actually, let's see. I should have all the drivers installed on this keyboard. Let's see if I can do it before I assemble the case. Let me open up QMK. Press the reset button. Flash. Oh! Alright. Looks like it worked. Let me show off my... Wait a minute. Show off my monitor. Bring up the VIA program. Is it detecting it? H87A. Ooh, it detects the Polaris. Wait, this is delete by default. Is this triggering? Ah, it works. It's triggering delete now. Okay, so let's change this to my preferred. What the heck is this default? AI uses a funky split. Bottom row saying backspace split. Let's make this left control, left windows, left alt space, right alt, right control. Let's make this layers. Momentary 1, backspace. This should be backspace. I never know what to do for this. I don't really split backspace on Sangan 60%. I'll just leave that as is. Layer 1, let's just make this caps lock. Oh, whoops. Caps lock. Wait, what? Caps lock. Oh, wait, I'm dumb. Yes, I know what to do. I am dumb. Let's do that. Think that works. So if I cleared it. Nami! I'm gonna eat you! I go back to switch hitter. Oh, Control, Windows, Alt, Caps Lock. Nice. All right. So now this is VIA compatible. Let us move on. I need to open this case. This is a pretty dope little board, yeah. Any pretty cheap alternatives for a Topra keyboard? Doesn't have to be genuine Topra. Yeah, there's tons of Topra-like clones out there. There's the Plum, Niz Plum. There's also the yeah, Niz Plum. I went to the shop and the person at the checkout coughed. Rip. Yo, ZS. Hello. Alright. The weight is off. Imagine if this was a block of gold. How rich I would be if this was just gold. But it's just brass. Feels bad. How is MX Silence different from MX Zilents? MX Zilents are much smoother. Cherry housings, pretty atrocious when it comes to smoothness. Generally, there are good ones, but even the nice cherry housings, it'll be decades before they feel nice. That's why people put them in smoother housings. You might want to try leaving the foam out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try this without foam. I mean, it's also a silent build, so the acoustics won't matter too much, I think. So I'm gonna try this without the bottom foam. The switch chatter is in my Razer Orb Weaver, so yes, it does support switch top removal. If it supports switch top removal, you can try removing the switch top and messing around with the leaf. Or try replacing different components, bending it. Alright, so we need to install those mini gaskets. Pulled up the layout that AI03 provides in his build guide. Alright, let us apply the square gaskets. Place the gaskets. Oh, I also remember using my tweezer for this step. Okay. Just coming back to me. Oh. So one goes here. Oh, my camera died again. All right, gasket number 2. This goes to the left side. You need to change it for a Canon one? Yeah, I agree, Zambumon. I think that will fix my issues. There's one in the middle. Hold on. And then we just mirror this. Chat running out of cats. Okay, 2 more gaskets to apply on the other side. And one final one. Right here. Right. This back. Emperor Zane, hello. What do you use to run your cameras into your PC? Elgato Cam Links. Now we take this half plate configuration. Make sure to not rip the gaskets you just installed. All right, it is slotted in there. Oh no, it just dropped. Guess we need to do this. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna do this without the foam. I want to feel the full flex. I have a few questions. Do you ship to Europe? Is it possible to get a keyboard with a Danish layout? And what PCB would you recommend? I do ship to Europe. Is it possible to get a key? Oh my goodness. Yes, it is possible to get a keyboard with a Danish layout. What PCB would you recommend? That's a very vague question. Depends on the layout. What keyboard you're using. Not every PCB fits every keyboard. Can I lube the bottom of a silent linear stem? Yes, I do so. Where's the best place to get a key switch tester? Novel Keys or KBD fans? I'm surprised you don't use a battery powered screwdriver. I have one. I don't know, I just prefer this though. I also got these gifted, so it's got some emotional attachment. I'm getting so hungry. Do you re-lube switches after a while? Yes. Those drivers are one of my sponsorship contributions. Yes, these were gifted by Mr. Heinebush. Okay, yeah. And we install the weight.
Can you bless me so I may receive my Polaris shipment confirm next week? Taeha.
Serious, thanks so much for the 11 months. Can you bless RNG me so I may receive my Polaris shipment next week confirmed? I'll give you my bless RNG, serious. Hope you receive it. All right. Let us install the bump-ons. And we are good with this build. Hopefully. Kanati, hello. Kanate, sorry. Ooh, Caleb, you should. GMK Botanical, I bought it. If you like succulents, you'll like the... Oh my goodness, their zoomies have kicked in. Can you buy them for me? GG. It's pretty expensive. Alright. Just succulents. Right. Oh. Dude, look at my lunch chat. My mom gave me some lunch. Oh man, it's soup. Luffy, this is not for you, my friend.
Subpipe will sub forever.
You want
My
this, huh?
first backfield sounds amazing because of you.
I guess I'll eat this later. I'll eat some cold soup. Eat it now? But the typing test. Fine, I'll eat it now. Guess it's time for a surprise mukbang sesh. Eat now? Alright. Find out next week on what this Polaris build sounds like. Alright, it's time for mukbang sesh. Let me put these aside for now. Dude, look at this. Mama Kim's cooking. This is not brains. I saw someone asking if this is brains. This is... I think it's... I don't know what this is actually. I've suddenly been struck by hunger. Ooh. Ooh, it just comes off. Ooh, 아 뜨거. 아 뜨거. Ooh, look at this fresh kimchi. Oh, Luffy, no! Okay, he's going away. 짜잔. Here, have some fresh. This is homemade kimchi, chat. Have some. Say ah. Fresh. Home fermented and made. Luffy, no. Luffy 안 돼. No. No. Yeah, you want that? I saw that lick. Smells stinky, huh? Not like your food. That's what I thought. Oh, what was that? All right. Is this seasoned? I'm guessing it's not seasoned. That's pretty bland. Very hard. Maybe put half. Are you enjoying the chair? I love the chair. How do you feel about low profile mechanicals? I'm not a huge fan of low pro. How dare you call Mama's? I mean, it wasn't seasoned. So rich. Okay, maybe just put all of this in. Do you recommend the Tokyo 60? Yeah, it's a great starting board. All right, will I dirty this desk mat with this soup today? We shall find out. Put in the bowl of rice. Can't leave a single grain out, chat. No grain left behind. Eat your rice bowls clean. Can you build me a keyboard? It's my birthday. Can't build you one, unfortunately. Well, if you have the parts, you could ship it over to me to build. But happy birthday. I think you spilt a drop. No! What is this? No! How did this get here? What? Hey, it just looks like marble now. Alright, first bowl. First bite. Get some of the meat. The kogies. Look at this, chat. Mmm. So good. If you want some spice, just put the kimchi in here. The sauce marinate. Wow, she gave me a hella kimchi. Flavor it even more. Mmm. Let's get some of that seasoning. Get it a little bit red. Oh. Ooh, look at this color. Mmm. Can I ask you a favor? Yeah, what's up, Zombuman? What is kimchi exactly? It's like pickled cabbage, Korean style. And the more you let it ferment, the better it gets. Oh my goodness. Here, chat. Can you change the cam and do a close-up of your face and say, what do you mean? What do you mean? Dude, look at this gogs. Oh, they're so big though. All right, chat. Do you guys save the best for last? Or do you have your first bite be dank? Vote yes if you save the best bite for last. Do you save best for last? 한국인들은 저 맛을 알지? 네. Looks like majority of chat says best for last. I agree. Growing up, I always ate the veggies first and saved the meat for the last bite. Mmm. My cats are so hungry. Oh, don't spill on my keyboard. Nami, no. No, Nami. Alright, there's 2 chunks of meat. I'm gonna eat one right now. Mmm! Oh my goodness. Wow. 와, 이거 It's amazing. So good. Oh! Can someone clip that? Did you guys see him try to jump on and fall off? Alright, I'll give you food. Is there a clip? I want to see the clip. Oh, no one posted a clip. Teach me how to use chopsticks? Oh, let's see this clip. There you go. Oh, how to use chopsticks. How do you teach someone how to use chopsticks? You should never, if you cross your chopsticks, if you make an X, you're doing it wrong. I don't even know how people use chopsticks like this, but that's wrong. You grab the first one kind of like a pencil. And then this other one, I use these two. So this stick never moves. It just rests on my two fingers. And you move it with these two fingers. I do the X? Alright, Grace, you're banned. We can't be friends anymore. Nice knowing you, Grace. Does your mom have a lot of those Port Marion dishers? Yeah. This is actually huge amongst Koreans. If you go to any Korean household, I would say like 90% chance they have Port Marion dishware, sorry. It's a very Korean thing, yeah. Don't know why they're obsessed with it, but the Korean first gens and 0.5 gens really love this design. What did Mr. Zambuman post? Oh my goodness. Alright. GG. The cats are persistent? Yeah. They're hungry. It's their lunchtime. Alright, last kimchi done. Nami, get off. Did you make the kimchi yourself? No, I did not. But it is homemade. I'll leave for an hour and I come back to a food stream. Hello, Mike. Welcome back. Does your mom have the neon pink gloves? Hell yeah. Neon pink gloves, and then they have the... whatever we use to wash the dishes, it's like knitted in the shape of like fruits It's like something knit. That's what we use to wash our dishes with. All right, last bite. Oh, look at this beautiful chunk of meat. Why are you standing up so I can show the food better? That was a good meal. All right, let us finish off this keyboard content with the typing test. Nami! All right, can we get the words per minute bot started? Mods. While I take a screenshot for the YouTube thumbnail. Oh, that's very blown out. Hmm. 3, 2, 1. All right. Bot is ending soon. No. Bring this over here. Did you flex it yet? I'll do it after the typing test. I will show off the flex after typing on this. All right, so this is the Polaris with the MX Zilent switch lubed with Krytox 205 grade 0 using GMK Olive Keycaps. Oh, caps lock is on. Oh. Mouse click for reference. I have food coma. Oh my goodness, 124. Nobody guessed correctly. That was pretty bad. Alright, these are what the mods sound like. Oh, no! How did this switch get here? This is not for you, Nami. Wait, what happened to my overlay? Hello? Stream elements? Alright. Looks like it died. Oh, I have a good idea to show this. All right. Oh. This is how flexy this board is. Without the bottom phone, it does have the middle phone. Yeah, so this is with the half polycarbonate plate. Oh, do it on the wood? You right. Oh my goodness, what happened? Sorry about that. All these rolls. You can see that entire bottom row going down if you press the spacebar pretty hard. Yeah, there's a bit of flex on the bottom row. You can see the spacebar moving there. Yeah, you can see it moving around. You can hear it hit the bottom of the case. You guys hear that? That thunk? That's the PCB hitting the bottom of the case. Won't that short the PCB? Good question. It might, yes. I guess maybe that's why I typed so poorly, because I was shorting out and it wasn't typing properly, huh? Maybe that's the reason why I didn't hit 130. Yeah, but I mean, during normal typing, it doesn't actually hit the bottom. Like I am pushing down with much more force than I would be if I was just regularly typing. Let me bring out my gasket. Oh yeah, I think this has way more. So they are both built with half plates, with slits and PCBs. Yeah, you can see it much more noticeably on this, I think. Gasket is aluminum. Yes, this has an aluminum half plate. What is? Oh, my monitor's hitting the tripod there. What the? Oh, my chair hit that. Yeah, I would say with the Polaris, you could still feel flex on the numero. On the gasket, you don't really feel it. There's an ever so slight flex, but I think because it is aluminum, you don't feel much of the flex up on the numero. It's primarily in the alphas that you feel it. Is flexing bad at all? No, it's neither good nor bad. It's a preference thing. Because there's that much of a cushion there, it lets you type more comfortably for some people. Some people don't like that. It has a cushiony type of feel. I personally find it very nice. It's comfortable to type on for me. How you dare to compare a true gasket keyboard like the gasket below with Polaris? Shame on you. Gasket has the most flex out of all the mounting types? Incorrect. I don't think gasket actually contributes much to flex. It's more so the plate. It's the fact that both of these are built with half plates and they also have slits in the PCB. Because there's a slit in the PCB, it allows the PCB to kind of bend. What switches are in the gasket? Retold blacks. Do you still use flip space? I don't. I do not. All right, that was that for you. Yeah, because I have built gasketed boards with a full plate. It doesn't flex much, if at all. Keycap boards, they're gasket mounted. They don't flex this much. I have built this gasket with a full plate before. Doesn't really flex. It's more so the plate and PCB configuration that affects it. Did the Polaris have muting? Yes, but I didn't install it. Where did I put the foam? Yeah, the Polaris comes with a piece of foam, but I did not install that. It's somewhere. Oh, it's right here. Yes, it was not installed for this. I wanted to see how much this flexed. But it feels very comfortable to type on. With this half plate poly configuration, plus the softness of the MX Zilents. Ooh, very nice. Yeah, I like this typing feel. How many mouse pads do you have? I currently have 7. I normally have 5. Is the window open in your room? Yes. Can I add my XD75RE to VIA? Sure, if you port it yourself and you get it approved, you can add your own, I believe. I'm not sure if that's what you meant by your question, or... Where's backspace on Polaris? It's fully programmable. I have it programmed to the pipe key currently. How what? Are you asking me how do you port a PCB? That I cannot teach you. You have to know coding, a bit about the PCB matrix. That is not something I can teach you. You should check out Mech Merlin, who ports PCBs live on stream. That is most of what he does on Twitch, actually. Do you even have Warzone installed? Yes, I do, Mike. I actually installed the update because it was huge. I was planning on playing it the day it released, but I had no friends to play with because no one invited me, so... Feels bad. What time is it? It's 1 o'clock. Let me see if my Switch arrived.